Hey guys, so I'm back with chapter 3 of Junie B. Jones, Boss of Lunch. So chapter 3 is called Cookies. So if you remember in chapter 2, Junie B. finally went to lunch. The first day she had her new lunchbox, the school cafeteria was serving hoagies. And it turned out that only Junie and another little boy, Sheldon, were the only two who brought their lunch that day. And so everybody was excited to have hoagies for lunch. So let's go on. Chapter 3 is called Cookies. I was the first one done with my lunch. That's because eating hoagies takes forever, of course. I put my lunchbox away and looked at Herb's plate. He had 3 more foods to go. First, he had carrot sticks. Also, he had applesauce and a cookie. I leaned in closer. I think that's a sugar cookie. Herbert, I said, sugar cookies are my favorite. Herb nodded. Me too, he said. I like sugar cookies too. I touched his cookie with my finger. Yes, sirree, Bob. That's a sugar cookie, all right, Herb, I said. I didn't get a cookie at all today. My mother packed me a fruit bar instead. Oh, said Herb. Well, fruit bars are good too. I tapped my fingers on the table, 'cause Herb didn't even get my hint. Yes, Herbert, I know fruit bars are good, I said, but I really wanted a cookie today. And so I wish that you would just share that thing with me, and that's all. Herb looked at me and shrugged. Why didn't you just say so? He said. Then he broke his cookie in 2, and he handed me half. I gushed real happy. Oh, thank you, Herb. Thank you, I said. After that, I stuffed the cookie right into my mouth, and I drank a sip of Herb's milk. So there's Junie B. Eating the cookie and reaching for his milk. Now, is that a good thing for her to drink his milk? I don't think so. Yum! That tasted just like the cookies that Mrs. Gutzman used to bring to afternoon kindergarten, I said. I smiled at the thought of that woman. Gladys Gutzman was our snack lady last year, I explained to Herb. She used to bring us cookies and milk every week. I made my voice kind of secret. Only guess what, Herbert? Sometimes Mrs. Gutzman gave me 2 cookies instead of just 1. I said, 'cause I was her favorite person in room 9, I think. Jose heard what I said. Hey, that must mean that I was her favorite in room 8, he said, because sometimes Mrs. Gutzman gave me an extra one too. After that, me and Jose did a high five, because both of us were favorites, apparently. That woman was a gem, I tell you. What do you mean she was a gem, Junie B? Said Jose. She still is a gem. Mrs. Gutzman still works here, you know. What? I said, very surprised. Sure she does, said Herb. I met Mrs. Gutzman this year already. She works right there in the kitchen. I couldn't believe my ears. Really? I said, really? Because if Mrs. Gutzman still works at our school, how come she hasn't brought us cookies and milk this year? Herb shrugged. Oh, I don't know, he said, but she still works here all right. In fact, we saw her just now when we were getting our hoagies. I put my hand over my mouth, 'cause that news was too good to be true. Jose laughed. If you don't believe us, go see for yourself, he said. I will, Jose. I will go see for myself, I said real joyful. Then I jumped right out of my seat and I zoomed into the kitchen and I hollered for Mrs. Gutzman. And that's the end of chapter 3. So, might even do chapter 4 today. You never know. Bye, love you.